Hi guys, gals, everybody, even you chickens out there. How y'all doing today? Hope everybody's doing great and wonderful. These are our
BB Red Old English game hens
that were given to me by a friend, Kane. Woo! Watch out, sweetie. At work. He knew I had the chickens, so he was like, "Hey, you want a couple?" And so we got these two, and then two other like game hens.
Yeah, I haven't figured out what they are yet.
We're not quite sure what they are, but
They kind of look like little raptors.
yeah, they do. So,
But these, if you can tell, he looks. We've shown him before.
Yeah.
He looks like he's had too much caffeine.
Right? He just spazzes out, and of course that's his name, Spaz. But you can see all of his little feathers there are curling up.
He has he's a frizzle.
What we've been told by other people. Whoa, sweetie.
So it's a gene that so he's got what's called the frizzle gene.
Your guy's right there. Your buddy's right there.
And so I'm gonna let you see real close how all his feathers just curl up instead of being smooth like Miss Dove over here. That's her name, Dove.
And yeah, that's how his feathers are always like that. So it's not just because he's just irritated right now because we're holding them. But well, I guess he was part of it too.
They
laid us an egg on the
28th
of February.
and another on
the
2nd
of March. And
now she only lays about 120 to 140 eggs a year, and she just started
laying just the 2 eggs so far within a week. So she may start picking up doing a few more eggs. But the reason why we're kind of showing you all that, we found out that she is a little bit on the side of not very broody at all.
No.
And which is weird because the other 2 game birds that
we got
Kane gave us from work.
Okay, he wants to go back home.
To go home. Yeah, he wants to go back home. They've become real broody actually, but you know, there's no rooster. Woo! There's no rooster, of course, with them. They're just 2 hens, and so we're gonna try out our experiment with the reason why we got our silkies, and because we've had 1 silkie out of the 3 hens that we have that has been nesting with. I mean, they haven't laid us any egg. Actually, all the silkies even haven't stopped laying us eggs.
They stopped laying.
They haven't laid us any eggs, but she has been just sitting on her nest, no eggs underneath her. But so we were like, oh, she must be going.
She's seriously
broody to want to sit on something. So we had her eggs.
We just shoved them underneath the
underneath her. She was fine. And we'll show you her in a minute. But one question I guess we have to go out with is, we don't know if she figured out 1 egg was the first egg that was on the 28th. Because we wrote on the egg, and
it's gone.
It's gone.
It just disappeared.
Pretty sure nothing got in there to get it, because if they went in there to get the egg, they probably would have got the whole chicken. We don't know. We don't know if maybe, if y'all know, please leave that all down below, of course. If they think it's a bad egg, not fertile, it's not worth their time to sit on it, I guess, and waste all their energy.
If she mistakenly may have cracked it.
Or maybe cracked it when she was maybe moving around and decided to eat it. Leave any of y'all's thoughts or experiences with that.
When eggs come up missing, why and where do they go? Well, I'm pretty sure I know where they go, but
because we do know that, you know, if they crack an egg or something, they'll eat it because they're like, oh, the yolk and everything.
Well, chickens eat everything anyway, so.
But she's still sitting on 1 egg.
She is super broody to the point that she will not eat, she will not drink. So each day when we come out and we give scratch and feed and check their waters, we have to pick her up and put her down below. And then at that point, she'll eat, she'll drink. But if we don't do it for her, she won't move.
If she doesn't seem like well, from what we can tell, it doesn't seem like she's moving. But I know that when we take her, put her down, when we're feeding the rest of them some scratch and stuff, she goes down there, she'll eat for about 2 to 5 minutes or so, and then it's just like right back upstairs and back on the nest.
And that is something I do know about silkies. They'll get so broody sometimes that they will refuse to move. You have to make them eat. You have to pick them up and put them in front of their food, or else they'll just keep sitting and
they'll starve, basically.
That's, from
what we've
admirable.
Heard
it's admirable, but they need to eat.
Yeah.
So we've got 1 egg left that's under her, and we're hoping that will hatch out soon. The thing with our BB Reds, because one's a frizzle, you'll get about a 50% hatch rate of getting either a frizzle or not. You always want to breed a frizzle to a smooth. You never want to breed 2 frizzles together. So I'm hoping we will get at least 1 frizzle out of this. But
they're kind of neat.
Yeah, they're just adorable. We are expecting her to lay more eggs. Well, we've already got our Silky sitting on this egg, which we're going to go show you. But what are we going to do with the rest of the eggs? We're fairly confident they're going to be fertile. So we have another surprise, and we'll show you that here in a little bit. But first, let's show you our Miss Broody Silky.
Yep, let's go do that. Well, I guess it seems like one of the other ladies decided to come give her some company.
What are you doing?
You're like, never mind, I'm gonna be on camera.
There's our mama. She doesn't want to move.
Hi, sweetie.
Now these eggs are super tiny.
Yeah, they're small. Here, I don't want to disturb you, and hopefully we're not doing anything bad by doing this, by getting her up to show you. But that egg is actually just a little bit smaller than
a silky
egg. So we're hoping that our idea with, of course, getting the silkies was this idea of taking chicken eggs that we believe that are fertile in a little breeding area so that they're just by themselves. And this is our idea, was they're supposed to be a pretty broody bird, and they'll sit on and hatch and actually raise the chicks. We're going to see how that works. But of course, with her rate of not laying, I guess, every day, we're going to have to collect them, of course, because you can't just keep putting one underneath there every day, because then the whole system would be off. So we're hoping here in about 2 weeks or so at this point.
3.
Well, it's like 21 days for eggs.
Yeah, so 2 more weeks.
About 2 more weeks. We'll see if this is working. We'll let you know for sure.
So we're back. We had to run to town. If you watched Tuesday's video, we ran to town, and so it's the next day. I'm sorry we didn't get back to you sooner, but for you, it's just a matter of a few seconds of video editing.
Yeah, the magic.
Overnight, though, we had a problem.
Noticed the problem.
We were talking about, just a few minutes ago to you, about the 2 ways that we're going to be hatching eggs, and we are going to show you that second way here in just a moment. But our broody silky hen, has kicked the other egg out of her nest overnight and busted it.
Either that, or maybe one of the other hens did it, we're thinking, or maybe the rooster. And that's one thing that we've been thinking about too, is that's why we want to have another project. If you've watched one of our other videos also about
last Friday,
wanting to do like a little brooder and breeding area or whatever, so that we can actually maybe just take the hen herself that's broody and put her over there kind of by herself, because the possibility with the rooster still here and the other hens, maybe they're getting jealous that she gets to sit on the egg. I don't know.
We're pretty sure that it was probably Larry, our rooster, that did it while she was up drinking or something. So that's really why we want to create the breeding pen, is to separate the broody hen from the rest of the flock. Yeah. But we don't think it was fertile.
Well, yeah, we're not sure. Not unless, I mean, we
Let me show you.
That, yeah.
But we don't think it was fertile at all.
We're not sure. We just noticed it was busted. They didn't eat the whole thing up, so we're not sure if there's like a sense of it's not fertile, I'm not going to waste my time sitting on this thing, you know. Or if maybe she's like, I didn't lay that egg, but they're supposed to be pretty broody just to sit on anything from what we've researched before. So we're going to go ahead and clean out that little egg, kind of look at it a little bit better. But I mean, maybe they can sense that they didn't want to waste their time sitting on it because it wasn't fertile. I don't know if they have that keen a sense, but
I think Larry just came and took it out of the nest.
Larry, or like we said, one of the other hens. We can't accuse him. We have no proof.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back to show you our other idea. Okay, so we told you there was another way we were going to be incubating eggs, and of course I'm sure everyone already knows that we got an incubator. So this is a Nature Right 360 we picked up from Tractor Supply. It got really good reviews. There were several others that we wanted to go with and we really considered going with, that many of the Homestead channels we watch actually use. But we opted for this one simply because the reviews were so good. So, unboxing it for the first time with y'all here. So while I unbox this, let me tell you real quick. So when you go to incubate your own eggs, what you want to do is you want to make sure you're collecting eggs about 2-3 times a day, and you want to keep them in a cool, humid space around 55 degrees. And you'll do that for no more than 7 days, or the incubation rate's just going to plummet. So for about 7 days. Well, that was simple.
Nope. Looks kind of neat.
So this is a forced air, which is one of the things that we did like with it. It comes with a fan, as you can see. And so this will help circulate the air so that there's no spots that are hotter than others and no spots that are cooler.
Because that's one we did see about the styrofoam one. We got this from what, Tractor Supply? And so we saw some stuff about that styrofoam one that was pretty good, but you know, it didn't come with a turner, and then it didn't also come with a fan, and the turner and the fan were both separate. So by the time you bought all those, it was about the same price as this one. So we're hoping this one will still work out pretty good.
You're learning with us, which is why we like bringing y'all along with these things. We like to show you how we do things, and then if you have better ideas, you can leave those in the comments below. And when we make mistakes, it's not that we enjoy sharing our mistakes with you, but we get to share our mistakes with you so that you don't make those same mistakes. This Nature Right 360, and I'll put a link to that below, says it has an automatic egg turner, auto stop, external water top up, 360 induced airflow, and it's great for many egg sizes, 360 degree visibility, and it is a 12 volt low wattage, which is really nice for us since we are trying to do so much solar. The 12 volt is going to work out really well. The only thing additional that came in this box are the plugs. The instructions are pretty self-explanatory. Plug it up, adjust the temperature, and control your humidity with water.
And yeah, it's got a spot here to where you put water, but it's got an A and B, so that must mean different times for the amount of water, I guess, goes in each tray or something?
The A and the B spot that Jeff was just talking about is the fill water pot. So you fill pot A for days 1 to 18, and then you fill pots A and B for days 19 to 21. Now when you're collecting your eggs, like I said, collect them about 2 to 3 times a day and keep them around 55 degrees in a humid area. But you want to turn them, and that can be as simple as, and I know a lot of you might already know this, and there's so many YouTube videos out there about this, but real simple. You can just put them on an incline, and then once a day, change them. This keeps the yolk from getting stuck to one side, essentially. And you always want to make sure you put the pointed side down. When you're ready to put these in the incubator needs to heat up first. So 4 to 5 hours, let it get to temperature. The eggs, on the day that you're deciding you're going to put them in here, take them out of your 55 degree cool humid area and set them in your kitchen, your living room, wherever, and bring them up to room temperature for about 6 to 8 hours. So pull them out in the morning, and then in the afternoon you can put them in the egg turner. Now we plugged this up for you just so you could kind of see what it's like, but there's a couple of features on this one that we'd like to show you. So these are not fertile eggs. We just don't have that many yet. But if they were, it comes with an automatic candler. You can just put it right on top like that, and you push this button, and it's an egg candler.
And do not take the egg off and look down the hole, because it is very, very bright.
It will blind you.
I've heard. It's not like I just did it a few minutes ago.
Also, like we said, this has an automatic egg turner. So just as an example, I'm going to put a couple of eggs in here so you can see. 3 is good. With this particular incubator, you can test the egg turner by simply holding down the plus and the minus. And so you can see how that works.
That's pretty neat. Just rolls them around.
Now that turner will automatically stop turning eggs 3 days before the eggs are due to hatch. And at that time, you can just take this out so that the chicks aren't tripping over it. Now with these displays, you can change the temperature, the humidity level. There is a vent here if you want to manually adjust any of the humidity or the temperature. So far with what we've just seen and played with this one, and all the reviews we read online and the hints, tips, and tricks, we really think we're going to like this one. We'll definitely update you when we go to hatch our first set and let you know, do we actually like this one. Now we are getting a Wyandotte rooster. He's going to be little. It'll take time before he grows up big enough to have fun with the ladies. But at that time we plan on having a lot more eggs to incubate, and we are going to build that breeding pen that we talked about earlier so that we can separate broody hens and fertile eggs from rooster and the other hens. We do have that breeding pair of BB Red Old English game hens, so as she keeps laying, we are going to save her eggs. So the first run might only have 2 or 3 eggs in there. And then we're also going to put some under our Miss Broody Silky to still see how she's going to do with that once we separate her from the group. If you have any questions, comments, please leave those in the description comment box down below.
Down there. Down there.
And if you like what we're doing, and if you want to follow along to see how we come about on some of these things, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification. We will see you next time. You have a great day.
Bye guys. Y'all have a great one. Be careful.